Hello! Today's date is November 14th, 2018. For today's video source inspection, we are filming a fully refurbished 270S model spin rinser dryer that uses the PSC 101 controller. Due to confidentiality reasons, I am not at liberty to say my customer's name with you. However, I can give you their general location as well as their internal purchase order number. The customer is located in Texas. Their PO number is 451-261-4865. Let's take a closer look inside the bowl before we get started here today. We have N2 air purging into the bowl. What we're running today. A lot of wafers. So what we're going to demonstrate today in our video is that this spin rinser dryer is fully functional. The recipe we're going to be using is a 60-second rinse at 600 RPMs, followed by a 10-second purge at 1800 RPMs, then dry one for 90 seconds at 1800 RPMs. The last cycle of our recipe will be dry two, which will be 230 seconds at 600 RPMs, back where we started. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and fire this up. I'm going to discuss our refurbishment process, our spare parts and service support, as well as some equipment that we offer at SciTech outside of the spin rinser dryers. Okay, we are in our rinse. We're ramping up to 600 RPMs. And if you're within 4 RPMs on the PSC 101, your motor is calibrated. We're running smoothly here. Every single spin rinser dryer that is sent into SciTech goes through the same extensive refurbishment process. First, we take the tool and break it down to the component level. From there, we chemically clean and electropolish all metal parts, as well as individually test all components for function. Still smooth, about 15 seconds left in our rinse before we move on to the purge. That's when we will ramp up in speed. Once the tool is broken down to the component level and all parts are prepped, this is when we build up the tool from the ground up. Okay, we are ramping up, we're in our purge. Tool is still running very smooth. You see the water swirling on the window. SRD is running perfectly. And our dry has just begun. So we have 90 seconds at high RPMs for our dry. Once the tool is built up from the ground, we move it into our dry quality control. This is where we test the SRD for function without installing facilities. Once the tool passes our dry quality control, it moves into our wet QC check. This is where we test the SRD for full function with facilities installed. Okay, about a minute left in our dry one. We are getting heat, tool's running smooth. This is exactly what we want. Once the tool passes our wet test, that's when we put it into the final configuration, which you see before you today. In some cases, customer will send tools in the poly enclosure. In other cases, they'll send with a full double stack. This customer from Texas elected to send in the bare head assembly, and they will reinstall it in their poly once it arrives back to their fab. In final test, we also like to perform what we call burn-in testing. This is where we run 50 various process recipes at various RPMs. That way, we can ensure the tool is ready for plug-and-play installation into our customer's fab. Okay, we're about to slow down in RPMs for our dry 2. We're going back down to 600. Tool's still running very smooth. And we are right on point. Now that I've discussed our refurbishment process, I will go over our spare parts and service support. In addition to our refurbishment service at SciTech, we also provide 100% spare parts and service. Larger components that we repair on the SRD include the controllers, whether it's a 228, 328, PSC 101, or PSC 102, the amps, LC4s and LC5s. We rebuild motors and also rebalance rotors. All the parts I've listed, we can provide to our customers in new or refurbished condition. The controllers we provide as refurbished, let me clarify. The amps and the rotors we can provide as new in addition to refurbished. Other parts that we supply windows, door seals, start-stop switches, both heating elements, anti-static modules, solenoid valves, ACR valves, pressure switches, tack sensors, rotor stop positioners, and more. Any part you need, SciTech can supply. This is because we're the worldwide leader in semi-tool spare parts and service support for SRDs. Okay, we're still running smooth. Our elements are heating up. We have about 2 minutes and 20 seconds roughly left in our cycle. So the reason we're spinning at low RPMs, I'm just going to explain the SRD recipe for you, is the way we do it is we rinse, then we try to sling off as much water from the wafers as possible at high RPMs with a lower time, and from there we're letting our heaters do the work now with a lower spin to just dry the wafers manually rather than slinging water off. Now I've gone over our refurbishment process as well as our spare parts and service support for SRDs. I want to talk to you about equipment that we provide at SciTech outside of remanufactured spin rinser dryers. Some equipment that we provide includes box washers, including the HTC 8010, 8020, and 8030, mask cleaners, including the K and S and Ultra T models. We also provide metrology tools such as ellipsometers, profilometers, resistivity, and more. We provide pumps including Sidebore, IDI, and Millipore. We also repair these pumps. We provide YS ovens as well as barrel ashers and etchers. Another type of equipment we provide is a variety of microscopes. As you can see, SciTech Process Solutions is your one-stop shop for front-end fab equipment. Definitely getting heat here. We have about 50 seconds left in our process. As you can see, there's substantially less water on our window. I'm only seeing a couple drops. So our heaters are doing their work very well. Tool is still running very smooth. When we get closer to the end of the process here, we want to make sure that we do not prematurely open our door. If I were to open the door right now, I could cause substantial damage to the spin rinser dryer. We have about 20 seconds left. You're going to see that the rotor is going to begin spinning down, and at 75 RPMs, that's when the rotor stop positioner will fire the rotor into the upright position. It's still not safe to open the door then. We need to wait for the door seal to deflate all of the air. Then it'll be safe to open the door. So we're ramping down. Rotor stop positioner fired. I was able to hear it. You probably were not. And door seal is deflated. It's now safe for us to open the door. We have hot N2 purging into the bowl. This is what we want at the end of our process. Residual droplets of water. You do not want to have a bone dry bowl at the end of your process, as you're more prone to drive up particle counts if you don't have a couple of residual droplets in the bowl. Now lastly, let's look at our wafers. Completely dry. This was a successful process run. Our customer in Texas is going to be very happy to get this tool back in their fab. If you have a tool that you need to send in for refurbishment or are interested in equipment or spare parts and service, our website is www.scitechprocess.com. You can see our entire spare parts catalog for all model spin rinser dryers, as well as Vertec, which SciTech is now the OEM for Vertec spin rinser dryers. You can also see our full equipment listing. You can submit an RFQ through our website or email us directly. Our email address is sales@scitechprocess.com. If you'd like to speak to a representative to help figure out exactly what you need to install in your fab or identify a part, our phone number is 916-797-9000. And if you are in the southern United States, please use extension 2203, and Laura Plunkett will be happy to help you. We thank you for watching today's video source inspection. We will see you next time.